Hey there guys, what's up? Ragtter here, welcoming you back to Hearthstone. This is an arena challenge I had a couple days ago. I'm showing you two games from this because I thought they were particularly funny. Now this first game here, I'll show you the game in its entirety, but after this we're going to jump right to the punchline of the second game because you're going to get the idea. Now you'll see some of what I've drafted so far. I did not get the very best of picks. I did end up going 3 for 3 in this arena, but that's irrelevant to the two games I'm showing you here now. So, I do get a better hand once I mulligan completely. I got a lot of use out of the Crazed Alchemist during this run. It's such a good battle cry. Now, I see my opponent decide to coin, and I'm like, oh, what are they gonna do? Turns out he goes for the River Croc. And in Constructed, that would tell me a lot about my opponent. But in a draft format, I can see how that's pretty viable, because I might not have the means of dealing with that. And sure enough, I actually don't. I have to lay down my shielded mini-bot just to sort of protect myself. He doesn't even go for it. He disrespects the mini-bot and goes right for my face. Which obviously is the best play because now he's forcing me to react to him. And he gets Searing Totem up, which is very unfortunate for me because now my Divine Shield is not even guaranteed. So I decide I'm going to use Crazed Alchemist and my Divine Shield to crack that River Croc wide open. And I figured, why not play Repentance? Shamans get overload creatures, they can play things that are pretty big and scary. Why not have it out? Well, Forked Lightning is going to give you a pretty good indication as to why I made a bad play. Both my minions go down, and the Loot Hoarder comes out. And guess who already has 1 HP, thus wasting my Repentance and 1 mana. Now, not that I could have put that 1 mana to use, but it's the principle of things. So the best play here is to play down my Spider Tank, because Spider Tank does whatever a Spider Tank can. And honestly, if I can't get a hit out with it, it's guaranteed to take a hit or two. At least a spell will be focused into it, if nothing else. So Spider Tank is a good time waster card, basically. It's got 4 HP, he's pretty tough. 3 attack is guaranteed to trade well with a lot of stuff at this stage in the game. And I get a Maiden of the Lake. And Maiden of the Lake, it's a weird card. It's got a really good effect, and 6 HP for 4 is really good, but that 2 attack, it hurts me inside sometimes. Maiden of the Lake, ugh. It hurts. I decide to take out the Healing Totem because I don't want him to be able to heal up a bomb that he can just sort of trade with. It's just better to get rid of it now, and I'm not really willing to trade into either of these weak minions. I'd like for him to have to attack me in order to deal with the threat that I have on the board. So he plays down this awful overloading eating piece of crap. Takes out my poor spider bot, takes out my poor hero minion, and then hits me in the face. He hits me in the face. Do you know how that makes me feel? Well, it makes me feel Murloc-y. So Murloc Knight hits the board, and so does Old Murk-Eye. Old Murk-Eye has a word with you, Lightning Revenant. He's got a bone to pick. I throw both of these into the Revenant just to take it out, get rid of that potential threat. Old Murk-Eye and Maiden of the Lake have taken a significant amount of HP now, but I'm not worried about that because Murloc Knight fixes all problems, and this is why I want you to be here today, to witness the glory! So, it's time to roll the Inspire and see what we get, and would you look at that? It's a second Murloc Knight. I decide to take out that Squire, excuse me, and now I decide to buff my Silverhand Recruit with the Blessing of Kings, and lay into that poor creature, that poor Mechanical Yeti. I put down a simple taunt just to act as a shield, and just to keep my one guy from being sniped off, I give him a little cloak. It's so cute, it fits him perfectly. I'm not really worried about either of the Murlocs dying because, well, they're Murlocs. But I didn't realize quite at the time what I had set up here. Like, it was still kind of fresh in my head, like, hey, the Murloc Knight could be really, really, really good! So he is thinking one step ahead. He sets up his Yeti with an extra HP, so I can't just bomb my Silverhand Recruit into it. But little does he know, I'm going to do that anyway. because I need space for both the Murlocs I'm going to get off of this. So, most people would probably play Tyrion Forging at this point, and just walk away with that. But not me. I want my Murloc army. I want to have Murlocs. Run a Murloc deck with only one Murloc in it, and that's the Murloc Knight. That being said, I do think I have 2 of those, but that's not important right now. You don't need to know that. So with 1 mana expended, I have filled my board completely and evened the game out. So now he plays the Mistcaller, and all of his minions are getting a buff because of it, but that's not gonna save him, and he rage quits. 18 HP, and he quits against Murloc Knight. Now, to be fair, we were getting close to lethal there. Actually, did we have lethal? No, we didn't have lethal, but we were getting close. So we're going to jump into the punchline of the next game, and you can see shenanigans are already starting to happen. Maiden of the Lake again, Crazed Alchemist, Murloc Knight, the Murloc War Leader, and a Silverhand Recruit. Now, Mookla's champion here is the most important card on the board right now. On his hand, in my hand, on his field, in my field. Board, rather. He's going to take out my War Leader. He's got an evil Heckler taunt up, and it's time for the nonsense to begin. So, I play out Mooklas. I give myself a little present. I get another little present, and would you look at that, it's a second Murloc Knight! And now everyone gets a buff. Yay! I throw in a Recruit, I throw in my Crazed Alchemist because I don't need him anymore, and I lay into my opponent's face. Now, you can see just what dilemma this has caused, right? He has to play down a Silverback Patriarch. You can tell that's not what he wanted to do. He's lingering over another card. He had different strategies in mind. He decides to go for a Lance Carrier to give it better trading potential. That way I can't throw Mookla's Champion into it for free. I'm basically going to have to trade if I want to do something significant. It won't kill either of my Murloc Knights, but it will put them into maybe Fork Lightning KO range. Excuse me, losing my voice a bit. And his last play is to lay down the Haunted Creeper. Well, I'll tell you. Shenanigans are about to unfold here. I'm doing some math in my head right now. I'm thinking how I can make this lethal work. Looking at what I can trade into. Can I win this turn? What do I have to do, if anything specifically, to come out on top? And the answer is, not much. I have to play Inspire, and that's really about it. Or play around my Inspires, rather. So, I do just that. I get another Murloc War Leader, and it's time to go into the face. No time to even rage quit. 2 Murloc Knights. I didn't even need the summon from the second Murloc, but Mookla's Champion and the Murloc Knight create a very, very, very deadly combo. I hope you have enjoyed this little look at my arena run. It didn't go on for much longer than that, I'm sorry. But I thought that was pretty fun to show off, and I'll see you next time with more Hearthstone. Until then, take care and have a good one. Bye-bye!